It's been a fantastic week. And Davey Height, why don't we just jump in and break down that week with some of our top contenders in our Minn Kota Unlock the Lake of the tournament. Lake St. Clair, 430 square miles. It has really gone down on this whole body of water, mostly in Anchor Bay, but we see Joey Cifuentes there on the Canada side making the most of having water to himself.
Yeah, if you've never been to Lake St. Clair, that 430 square miles is a lot of water. Joey Cifuentes is about 20 miles from those other anglers that you see there at the top of the screen. So a huge area, no doubt about it. But one thing that makes Lake St. Clair so great, average depth 11 feet, which means the smallmouth bass use every inch of Lake St. Clair. So not only do you just have a big body of water, you have a big body of water that is fish good habitat throughout. So let's look at Koya Fujita and his tournament he's had. We knew coming in that he'd probably have a good tournament here because he loves to use the forward-facing sonar, one of the best at it. I said on Thursday, gosh, you got to know that he's going to be around come Sunday, and he certainly has been. He's been within reach all week long. Just needs to catch that 5-pounder, something that Joey Fuentes has been able to do, but Fujita has not been able to do. Lots of numbers, lots of numbers each and every day. Caught all of his fish, for the most part, a few on the mile roads, but most of his fish there in Anchor Bay. The big deal for him and the other 9 competitors, they have not been able to put 5+ pound fish in the boat here on this championship Sunday.
And what a great year it's been for the Rookie of the Year race. Koya Fujita, this is his 3rd top 10 of the season, has not broken through for a win yet, Davey Height, but we know when you knock on the door that many times, it's going to happen. Another one of our guys that we're keeping an eye on for our Rookie of the Year race, and honestly, we just showed off one of the best Japanese anglers of this generation. We were showing off one of the best Canadian anglers, Cooper Gallant. We knew that smallmouth, it's basically ingrained in his DNA. He's also had some great largemouth success this year, but this northern swing, it was made for him.
Yeah, very much like you came here with a lot of expectations because he had done great things at a young age in Canada and in the U.S. Made it to the Bassmaster Elite, barely missed it his first year, then made it his 2nd year. Has done good this year so far. Everyone was looking forward to him coming up here on the northern swing. Thought he'd have a good set of tournaments, 3 tournaments. Not a lot of experience here on Lake St. Clair. Never fished a tournament here. Did come here and pre-fish. Found the bigger fish being in Anchor Bay, and that's where he stayed. He's kept it simple all week, using 3 baits, 2 drop shot baits, and then the Ned rig, a 1/4 ounce head on the Ned rig. Done a great job today. He has upgraded little by little by little, caught a lot of fish, but just no 5-pounders.
Our day 3 leader of the Lake St. Clair event, Luke Palmer, trying to get his 2nd Elite Series title of the season. Such a great tournament for him so far. And when you think about it, he made some key bait adjustments as well, Davey High. We've seen him with a bait caster and a tube in his hand. He's also utilized a drop shot at times with a yum warning shot, but making a switch on day 3 that put him in the driver's seat, switching to that 2 3/4 inch Great Lakes finesse minnow, having that on a jig head, not only that he can fish kind of like a Ned rig or just drop it and hover it right in front of those fish's face.
Yes,
Luke
sir.
Palmer, what a rebound after a poor Sabine River finish.
Yeah, you mentioned that Great Lakes finesse drop minnow. Only a 3/16 ounce head, so he was catching a lot of those fish later in the day when those fish came up off the bottom. Big key to his success yesterday and why he was leading after day 3. Luke Palmer hanging around a lot like Santee, thinking, man, he's just hanging around top 5, and then he won. He needs a couple 5-pounders this afternoon also.
It doesn't matter if this guy was in 10th place coming in the final day or 2nd place or leading.
Small
Everyone
piece.
had their eyes on Taku Ito. When you kind of have a specialty and a skill set, his is smallmouth, obviously electronics, but when we come to the northern swing, he is absolutely deadly. We got our introduction to him in 2020 where he routed off 3 top 10s, and this week he has really excelled. He caught the biggest bag of the tournament, biggest bass of the tournament, but those wind and waves on day 3 really hurt his bite.
Yeah, his slowest day by far, the wind and the waves there on day 3. Everyone, like you said, expected to see Taku Ito do good things here this week. I expected even a little more than that because I know how much time he spends pre-fishing, looking for little subtle differences in the bottom contour, little small sections of hard bottom. He spends weeks at places graphing and looking around. It gave him a great chance to win here this week. So far, he's in 2nd place.
And the only thing that can really outdo some of the best smallmouth anglers in the world is Joey Cifuentes this week. We mentioned it at the top with the map. He is the one guy who has done something on his own and has been able to persevere through all the conditions. He's been in the top 5 since day one, whether it was 5th place after day 1, whether it was 3rd place, moving up to 2nd place. He has been in control of his fate and really dealt with the adversity. Starting off his final day of this event with a couple 5-pounders, we knew that it automatically could be a special day for Joey Cifuentes.
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. If you have a cowboy hat, take your cowboy hat off and give a nod to Joey Cifuentes. He went away from the norm. 9 of our top 10 fishing in one area in Anchor Bay. He chose to go about 20 miles away from them and fish, looking for fewer bites, but bigger bites. And man, did it work out for him in a big way today. And I don't even know if it's fair to have a 5-pounder jump in your boat on Championship Sunday.
Hey, sometimes when it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And this week, it was meant to be a great event at Lake St. Clair. That is your Minn Kota Unlock the Lake with some of our top competitors.